This is looking good.
What's up? This is John Miller, Associate Editor of IGN Xbox 360, and today we are doing the video review for Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07. First thing is first, let's jump right into the gameplay. Tiger 07 on the 360 is much like the gameplay we've played on current generation versions in years past, and also on Tiger 06, the launch title for 360 last year. Now the big difference this year in Tiger 07 in terms of gameplay is the new true aiming system. Based on your skills as a golfer, you are going to have an area you are going to hit into. It's indicated by a circle on the screen instead of the little pinpoint arrow of years past. Now what this does is it gives you some choices. If you're a good golfer, your circle is going to be a little small. It may be, say, if you're 200 yards out and you're using a 2-iron, your circle may be the size of the green. So you can just cover the green. However, if you're a piece of crap golfer, like most golfers are starting out in their careers in Tiger 07, with a 2-iron, your circle is going to be huge, and it's going to be even bigger than the green. So your shot has just as much of chance of hitting the pin as it does of going into a greenside bunker or into the rough 6 yards past the green. Is this more of a challenge? Yes. Tiger, at the beginning of the game, is much more difficult than in years past, and it's a welcome challenge. EA did a great job of putting the focus on building up your created golfer. You're going to start as a scrub, and you're going to work on the practice facility. You're going to work in a Tiger Challenge. You're going to work in the PGA season format. Event after event, practice round after practice round, your skills are going to improve. And slowly but surely, maybe even after 20 hours of gameplay, you're still only going to be 50%. But eventually you're going to get there. And at that point, when your skills are, say, up to those of Tiger or Vijay Singh, you're going to start hitting the pin. You're going to start hitting those hole-in-ones and chipping in for eagle. I think the learning curve is excellent, and as you work your way up through the ranks, you're going to earn that skill level, and you'll actually be thankful that it's that easy down the line. Now, a big problem last year on the 360 was basically a lack of courses. There were only a half dozen courses to choose from, and that's just not what we want from our next generation games. This year, they've doubled the content to 12 courses. Still about a third of what we have on the Xbox and the PS2 and the PC. But still, the courses are excellent, they're beautiful, and there's a much higher level of detail this year. So kudos to EA for at least doubling the content, although more courses in Tiger Woods is always better. They've also upped the total of PGA players in the game to 15, so you're going to have Tiger, John Daly, of course, Vijay, Ian Poulter, Michael Campbell, Annika Sorenstam, and the list goes on. You're also going to have 10 fictional characters like my boy Pops, Edwin Masterson, and Erica von Susteren, for instance. She's hot. Visually, EA kicked it up a notch and has produced probably the finest looking character model in all of video games thanks to a new technology they call Universal Capture, or UCAP. Tiger Woods in Tiger Woods 07 is by far the best looking character model in video games. That's because they used a combination of motion capture and some other technologies to accurately reproduce even Tiger's facial expressions, his little twitches, the way he blinks, the way he smiles after a birdie, the way he pumps his fist. Already the animations were excellent before, but Tiger, if you're going to look closely, he looks absolutely amazing, almost photorealistic, and as good as we've ever seen in a video game. Unfortunately, Tiger Woods is the only golfer that's been UCAP'd. EA's hoping down the line that some of the other PGA stars will be UCAP'd as well, but right now, Tiger is the only one. And when you see the kind of work that went into it, you can understand it. He was in a suit for hours with little needles all over his face. He looked like Pinhead from Hellraiser. So hopefully we get some other guys in that suit next year. But as it stands, Tiger Woods is the best looking character model. The other ones look good, just not as good. Another visual touch EA threw in this year was the addition of crowds. You can actually hit a ball into the crowd, and if it hits a lady in the head, she may fall over and die. Who knows? But they're going to react semi-realistically. They're going to track the ball off the tee, so when you rip a big drive, the crowd, you're going to see their eyes and their heads turn and follow the ball. Now, the addition of the crowd was a nice idea, but I don't think it plays enough into the game. It isn't as real as you'd like it to be, and you'll notice that by those kind of robotic mechanical movements. It would have been nice if coming down the stretch on, say, 18, you can have kind of a boost of some support from the crowd or some way to win them over in the course of a round. But as it stands, they're just going to cheer same as always and just kind of clap like cyborgs on the sideline. Tiger's also the latest EA title to receive ESPN integration. So you're going to get the latest updates from ESPN Radio as well as tech stories from ESPN News. In the end, I think Tiger 07 is a dramatic improvement over Tiger 06. Not only is there double the content, something we always appreciate in a Tiger game, but it just feels right. The presentation is clean and seamless. The music, everything fits into this nice golf atmosphere. You're not going to have that alt-rock soundtrack blaring in the background. Instead, you're going to have a game that feels like a golf game, not that rock and roll experience that Tiger was trying to be before. Also, as you build your golfer, EA put the focus on the practice range and building the golfer up, and that's your career. That's going to take you many, many hours. The pro shop is deep, tons of licenses and tons of different clubs and different kinds of apparel to choose from. In the end, I think Tiger 07 is the golf game that EA wanted Tiger 06 to be. Check out the full review. Log on to IGN.com.